Hi everyone. It has been a long time since I have posted anything to YouTube, but I finally have a video to share with you today. This is a custom order for a Marie Antoinette journal, and for the flip through, I actually have two books to show you because I stuffed her with way too many things, and in order to make the spine as sturdy and as stable as possible, I had no other choice but to just make her into two separate books. So what I did was I wanted to really show and honor and represent the life of Marie Antoinette. So the book goes in order of her life, starting with book one, and then obviously entails everything that she went through and concludes with her unfortunate tragic end. So on the cover, I have just chosen a beautiful portrait of her with the pink and mint embellishments of the flowers, a crown, old pearl earrings, and then there is a giant chunky charm on the spine. I think I had counted that I had used over 400 beads and charms for this journal, but I just absolutely love this huge chunky charm. So she is a hardcover, and when you open her up, the first thing that you'll see is there is a little paper doll here, and there's quite a few of these in here. They have scrolls that are just attached with Velcro that they're holding on to, and I won't open them for the sake of the surprise for the customer, but you can unwind these, and then they're little facts and tidbits about Marie's life. And again, those go in order for her lifespan. So I just did a cluster here on the front, again with like a little envelope here addressed to Marie. And then I have a couple of tags here in this pocket. And so the second page then, I have another gentleman, calling him like one of her little footmen. And he is holding a second scroll, which is again another little tidbit about her life. So you just pop that right off, untie the ribbon, and then unwind the scroll for facts about Marie. On this page, it really starts off the story of her life. So especially if you guys have seen the movie Marie Antoinette with Kirsten Dunst, but you see that she is traveling across the country borders on her way to her new experience, her new life. So this horse and carriage represents that travel, that journey. And then in this envelope here, I've included the farewell letter that her mother wrote to her as she departed that day from Vienna to Austria. And then what I did with all these letters was I just used an opaque, very pale shimmer pink ink to go around the borders of all of the letters. I didn't want to add, any tea dyed or stains of a darker color, since the whole color scheme of this is pink and mint, so everything has just been outlined in the pink. So in there's the farewell letter from Vienna, leaving for her trip for her new country in Austria. And on this page, you have two more little tags. Just very delicate, very feminine. Did a little altered paper clip with some shoes, holding two other tags. And then obviously we mostly all know Marie Antoinette for her favorite line of "let them eat cake," which she is documented of never actually saying, but we do also know that she lived quite lavishly. And so in here, I've really kept with the theme of the cupcakes and the cakes and the desserts, to show how comfortably they lived. And these are just packets with other pretty tags. And then I just adhered these different cupcakes with some of that 3D adhesive tape on the back so they could have different layers. Again, just another pretty tag. Another one of her little footmen with another scroll, Oops, I'm going to have to reglue that. Okay. And on this page then is the royal wedding. So I have a cutout of their rings, their anagrams of the M and the L for Marie and Louis. And then I have just these two little gold bands to symbolize their wedding. So after she traveled across country borders, she met Louis and they were married right then and there. So in this packet then, there is an envelope that I made. And when you pull it out, it's a wedding invitation. So it says, you are cordially invited to the wedding of, and look at this long name. That whole line is just Marie's official name. And then obviously marrying Louis, the 16th of May, 1770. So your own personal wedding invitation is tucked inside that packet. And then I believe this is just facts, about how the countries wanted to unite and put aside their hostility towards one another. And they thought the best way to do that was to obviously unite through marriage. So this page I just used the Cricut Maker and I cut out their crowns for each one of them. And then there's a little sticker that says I do for both of them. And then at the bottom here I have a cute little charm of a crown. And then I also incorporated a lot of keys since her husband's passion and hobby was keys and locks. And so the keys, obviously, that are throughout the book are for representing Louis. It's another footman with a scroll. And in this envelope, this is the letter that Marie's mother wrote to Louis, welcoming their marriage and basically sending her off now into his care. Picture of Marie. And in some of the packets, I just did a blank pink pull-out tag that is stamped, obviously with wherever we are in the story. And I thought that the customer could use those if they wanted to add their own personal embellishments or touches or photos. This page then is a picture of their home, their beautiful castle. Again, I used the Cricut machine to cut out all of these images. And then I have a key and a lock here, like welcome home to your new palace, with some tags inside. This is Marie looking out her window at her new home. And again, the die cut, Marie Antoinette. I incorporated some of the famous quotes. So this one says, when everyone else is losing their heads, it's important to keep yours, Marie Antoinette. Unfortunate irony there. As we all know, she died by the guillotine at the end and ended up losing her own head. I cut out some of the paper dolls and I glued them to the actual paper. And then there's another cake, pull-out tag. Another quote from her says, I am terrified of being bored. She constantly wanted to have fun, be entertained, live her life. Pretty little bead dangle here. Little postcards incorporated throughout. Again, she wrote a lot of letters, obviously, back and forth with her mother back at home. And then this little card just says how historians credit Marie Antoinette with the invention of the pocket handkerchief. Because when she was on her journey, obviously, from her country to her new country, she was crying a lot and used shreds of her dress to wipe away her tears. So I included a vintage handkerchief here with the pink on it because I thought Marie would like that. On this page here, I just have some of the dolls, paper dolls, that you can pull out and then place in different parts of the book. And then I also incorporated some vintage pink and mint lace if she wanted to decorate the dolls' dresses and design them kind of in her own creative, artistic way. So that is the first signature. So in the middle, because again, this book ended up being so large, so I had to reinforce the spine and leave as much space as I could. So I've just covered the spine with these beautiful flower appliques. And then there is a bookmark, so she can track her page here. And I just have a little charm and flower at the bottom of that. Another photo of Marie. Again, more pull-out tags here. Here's a few more paper dolls, again, that she can move around. I also incorporated some furniture, so she could decide. I left some pages blank. She could decorate them herself with the furniture and setting up the paper dolls, you know, in the location she wanted to. I also made a little shaker of the pink and gold theme. I thought Marie would like that. Pretty page I just kind of left blank because I thought it was pretty. It's a little bead dangle on the side. Photo of Marie, and then I just added this beautiful hat to her top. Tag. Another tag. I incorporated the theater. Obviously she did that for entertainment, went to the opera a lot. There's a paper doll behind here. And then I incorporated 2 theater tickets to the Grand Opera. And obviously the little masquerade mask. I love this photo of Marie. There's another pull-out tag inside. I have this little paper doll walking her French poodle on a leash. Tuck spot here. Another quote, "Courage, I have shown it for years. Think you I shall lose it at the moment when my sufferings are to end?" And then a little teapot tea, photo of Marie. And belly band here for a tuck spot. Another beautiful paper doll. And again, the lavish cakes and treats and cupcakes. And then in this pocket here, I just incorporated another little mini book. Beautiful papers. I will put in the links in the description box, the papers that I used. This pretty little cutout of champagne and put some little bubbles at the top. It was all a party. And on the final page then, I just used this little brad to kind of make a show book of the different hairstyles that Marie Antoinette inspired. So she can just flip through and see all of these beautiful, extravagant hairstyles of their times. And that concludes the first book. This is what the back looks like. So as usual, she is quite chunky, like all of her fellow sisters. Okay, so that is book 1. And then book 2, I kept the front completely flat because originally I was hoping to somehow, again, meld these together since they were supposed to be one book. But in the end I kept them separate, and she can just have them standing side by side. So on this one then, I did not do the chunky charm. I did the actual tassel of all the different ribbons. And again, I have the keys to symbolize Louis and his hobbies. This is a really pretty one. And we have the Eiffel Tower here, obviously, on the front. And when you open it in the first pocket, there's another pull-out tag. And I incorporated lots of these feathers everywhere, because obviously she would have a lot of feathers in her hair usually in this style, and I thought that was important to incorporate. There is a little Paris dangle here charm. And a little tuck spot with some tags. Beautiful papers. We've got the cupcakes and the cakes, and another pull-out tag. And then on this page, there's another one of those little booklets that tuck behind here. And then I incorporated playing cards because obviously that was something that they did often for entertainment with their friends, was play and gamble. So the tag in this pocket says it's all fun and games. And then I also have a cutout of a masquerade mask, which you would wear to some of their balls that they would attend. So that was all about the entertainment. Another pull-out tag here. Pull-out tuck spot here. This page is Marie Antoinette's closet. So all of her beautiful dresses hanging here with the clothes hangers. Got a hat here, pairs of gloves, and the beautiful gowns that I would envision that she would wear. And then the charm here is a shoe hanging off of the side. Can only imagine how beautiful her closet would look. And on the back side then, it's fabric samples from Paris. So I envisioned, you know, somebody coming and showing her all of the samples of the fabrics that she could wear, that they would make into beautiful gowns for her. This is just another envelope with a letter. And I will let the customer open those and be surprised what they say. There's a quote by her husband, "Fashion is the mirror of history." And then I put this little sticker here to kind of symbolize him writing that quote. And here is her, again, infamous quote that historians say she most likely never even spoke. So I have let them eat cake and then a whole bunch of the goods. This is a little tuck spot here, so a pull-out tag. And same with right here. They just tuck into the little cupcakes. And then on the bottom here, I just have included a little cupcake charm. And then there is silverware to eat the cupcake. And there's a little fork and spoon. Little cupcake with an M embellishment. And two little tags. Another image of Marie Antoinette. Little belly band for a tuck spot here. Two little pull-out tags. Another image of Marie. And a little cut here, tuck spot. There's another envelope here with a letter, either from Marie to her mother or vice versa. A little dangle charm. And a paper doll with the lavish treats. Tuck spot here. And tuck spot here. Another image of Marie. And then on this page, I just, again, used the Cricut and I cut out Paris and the Eiffel Tower. And then there's little charms here of the Eiffel Tower. And again, a postcard thinking of her writing to her mother. And then this is a removable bookmark. And I just did an altered paper clip of a fan. Another pink pull-out tag. And photo of Marie as a child, right here in the middle. This one also has the same thing as the first one, so a removable bookmark. There's another envelope in there with a letter. This page has two tags in the pocket. Image of Marie with a fan, and then obviously she would have lots of bling bling. Pull out tag. Altered paper clip of a piece of cake holding a tag. Photo of Marie. There's a little tuck spot here of teacups. And this page is all about entertaining with other women and having tea. So I have a little teacup cut out, a cute little tag teapot, teacups. And then this envelope says, "You are cordially invited to high tea." So you have your own personal invite to come and have tea with Marie. And then I just have the little charms of the teapot and teacup and saucer hanging off of the side here. And then this is one of the pages that she could use her paper dolls for, so I just have started the page for her. So here is a little picture on the wall, and there's a couch, and obviously she can add to it. Picture of Marie with some cutout vintage lace. Again, the altered paperclip of a piece of cake. Beautiful hairstyle. I had just a little bow to her hair. Again, another bed with the feathers around. This is a little tuck spot here using the fan. And then I have 2 pull-out tags there. It's another quote. "I was queen and you took away my crown, a wife and you killed my husband, a mother and you deprived me of my children. My blood alone remains. Take it, but do not make me suffer long." So we're nearing the end of her story. Pull-out tag here. On this page here, this kind of goes through what ended up happening for the ending days and weeks of her life. There's a final letter there that she wrote at 4 a.m. the morning that she was to be beheaded by guillotine. This was a final letter that she wrote to her sister. And then the last page is the final footman with the removable scroll, and it says how her story ended. And so that is the end of book 2. So I hope that she'll be very happy with these. I am going to be sad to see them leave. But thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful day.